All right, good evening, everyone. Oh, 1 minute. Already starting off with some technical difficulties here. Bear with me. All right, so we are live. Welcome to the Famcast episode 2, I guess. Let me know if you can hear me in the chat. I see we got a couple questions already coming in. Yeah, I just wanted to go live tonight with you guys, start some conversation, let you guys know what we're up to, and yeah, just have a general chat and maybe talk some ice fishing too. I see we got a couple good questions here with Adam coming in, so we'll get to those here in a minute. But I wanted to touch on a few things before we get going. Um, so first things first, thanks for those of you that are tuned in. Hopefully we can get some more people in here and fire up the chat a little bit. And if we are lucky, our fearless leader, Jake, might be joining us here as well. So first off, I'd just like to thank our sponsors right off the get-go. We've had an amazing first year as a nonprofit. It's bigger than anything we ever expected. A dream really became reality here thanks to our sponsors. So we've been able to put on some amazing clinics, do some awesome events, and meet some really great people, and also sponsor some pretty awesome kids too through our Future Legends program. So thank you to all of our sponsors. There's a laundry list of them, so I'm not going to go through them all here, but if you want to go see who we're sponsored by and who's helping us out with everything, you can go over to our website. It's www.fa-mn.org. That's www.fa-mn.org. And yeah, go check it out. There's a lot of good stuff over there. We're going to cover some of that here tonight. Try to keeping it kind of light and informal. I'm sort of prepared, but mostly just wanted to get on here and chat with you guys a little bit. Bear with me here. Got a message coming in. Oh, yeah. So we might see Jake here shortly. Anyways, first things first, let's kick it off. I'll answer a couple questions here. Adam Borgstall, we'll get to our membership program, but Adam is a member. He joined our membership program that we just opened up. We'll talk about that here in a little bit, but let's get to his questions here. So his first question is what's your favorite event to do? So we've had a plethora of events so far in just 1 year. We had 3 ice fishing clinics last year. We had Mille Lacs Lake launch through Hunters Point. We had a guided boat trip out on West Rush Lake with some great anglers and a bunch of kids. And we've also had summer casting clinics too. But hands down, my favorite events so far that we've done have been our ice fishing clinics. It's just been a great turnout to most of the events, and the kids have a really good time. It's so much fun to see them learn and just teach them the things that they actually want to learn. The big thing with our clinics is that we try to keep it to a 1-to-2 ratio instructor to kids. So that way we're able to take from their sign up, they let us know the things that they're good at or they're familiar with and things that they want to learn a little bit more on. And we try to pair them with anglers that are familiar with those things and comfortable teaching. And it really helps these kids stay engaged and they come back for more. It's really cool to see. And the other thing is these kids leave every one of these clinics with a bucket full of awesome gear from our sponsors. One of our Future Legends, actually, Kelsey, was out at our Roy Lake event up in Brainerd area, and we were doing a little shopping spree, which we'll talk about a little bit, at Shields, and we're like, Kelsey, do you need to get some baits? You got some gear here, but do you need to get some baits? She said, no, I ended up coming home with so many P3 plastics from Roy Lake that I'm going to be set for a while. So it's just a testament to the things that these kids can get from our events. So I would have to say our ice fishing clinics. That's a long answer, but so thanks for that question there, Adam. And it looks like he's got another one here. Favorite lake to ice fish? So that's a direct question to me, I would assume. We actually had this question at the Blaine Hardwater Expo We had a bunch of kids from the Spring Lake Park Elementary come over. We did a little panel, chatted with them a little bit, and one of the kids actually asked that question of us. And I had said Lake Minnetonka. Some people may scoff at that. You may giggle a little bit, but I mean, that lake is so versatile. You can go out there and just smash crappies, day after day, night after night. And there's good quality crappies in there as well. Bluegills are great too, but you've got a plethora of fish to catch out there. You catch panfish, walleye, bass, muskies. It's just an amazing fishery, and it's definitely one of my favorite to tackle. I have not tackled very much of it, but what I have fished out there, I really, really enjoy, especially through the ice. So thank you for that question, Adam. Okay, and we got another question here from Patty Gessel. Do kids need to be a member to sign up for clinics? That is a great question. So with that question, we'll cover our membership a little bit. So what we offer our fishing clinics, events, anything that we offer to the kids is free of charge. Thanks to our sponsors, we're able to just provide all the gear, warm place to fish when it's ice fishing, prizes, food. We're able to provide everything. The kids just need to show up and be ready to learn and be obviously dressed appropriately for the weather. But no, they do not need to be a member to sign up for our clinics. You can easily just go straight to our website, go to the events tab, and there will be an upcoming clinics drop-down menu. You open that, click on the clinic that you're interested in signing up for, and you're in. We do cap these events at right around 20 kids. Again, that's to keep it to the 1-to-2 ratio with the instructor to kids. And that's kind of our, I want to say, flagship deal to try to keep a more focused approach on these clinics and help these kids learn a little bit more. There's a lot of other organizations out there that do ice fishing clinics, and they're great. There's no knocking anyone for what they do, but it's very difficult to focus on what kids are trying to learn when you have, say, 100 kids out there and maybe 5 to 10 guys, gals, anglers trying to teach them things. So you can get a nice seminar setting there and do presentations, but we really want to focus on helping these kids learn what they actually want to learn, develop a relationship with them, and just encourage them to get involved with us, come to our events often, and just take advantage of what we're here to provide. And that's just getting kids out there, exposing them to fishing, and helping them learn. So great question, Patty. Thank you for that one. So back to the membership. So we did open up our membership program just recently. It was opened on Friday of last week. So we had a nice flood of people jumping in on that. It is a $40 annual fee, I guess we'll call it, that covers basically access to a laundry list of sponsor discount codes. So we have a great list of sponsors that have provided us anywhere from 10% up to 25% off their products. So you pay your $40 and we send you an email that includes a login and a password to access our discount code page on our website. And from right that moment, you can start accessing and using those discount codes. And we are also going to take a portion, right around 25% of all of our membership fees each year. And we're going to host a Fish Donkey virtual fishing tournament in the month of June, kind of right around that, fishing opener time. We'll keep it open for the entire month for all of our members to participate in. And with that money, the 25% of our membership fees, we're going to be able to provide gift cards, prizes, things like that through our sponsors as well. So our membership program is in its infancy. We're just getting it started. And I think that there's going to be a lot of development there, a lot of cool things that we're going to be able to provide to our members. But right now, I think it's still a pretty good deal. You sign up, get your $40 in, and start using those discount codes. We've got sponsors like P3 Plastics, Delabay Custom Rods, Relevant Sunglasses, Clam Outdoors, Blackfish Gear. They've all got some really great stuff. And maybe we can go through our website here and show you some of that stuff. Let me just pull up the Become a Member tab. And you know what I should be doing is sharing my screen with you and showing you how I'm getting here. So let me do that. So screen, add that to the stream here. All right, so this is our homepage, www.fa-mn.org, and that will get you to our main homepage here. Got a cool little slideshow showing some of our anglers from clinics in the past and a couple of our future legends on there. But if you go up here to this top menu, and right up in here in the About section, you'll see this Become a Member tab. So you're going to go here, click on Become a Member, and it's going to bring you to this PayPal credit card form. Once you click PayPal subscribe, it'll do like you're familiar with online shopping. Pay your $40, get in, and then we will receive an email. And once we receive that email that you've paid, we will forward on the membership benefits to you with all that login info, and you can get in there and start accessing some great discount codes. So here is our flyer that we were posted at the ice fishing show here in Blaine, and we'll have it over there at the St. Paul show as well. But these are the sponsors that have graced us with their discount codes. And like I said, Clam, Blackfish, Kenders, Relevant, P3 Plastics, Sven Sleeves, Delabig, Custom Rods, Amped Outdoors, and Dan Rawlings Real Estate. Dan Rawlings is actually one of our board members, but he has also been a huge help and support and as a sponsor for us. So it's been great to have him as part of all of this as well. So there you go. A lot of great benefits, a lot of great sponsors there. And again, like I said, 25% of the membership dues will be issued as prizes for that tournament for members only, as gift cards and likely some product as well. Depends on how much we get. So if you are interested in something like that, I highly encourage you to head over to the website, get signed up. It's really quick, takes a couple minutes, and we'll be on our way with that. So that is our membership program. So I'm going to pop this back out of the screen. I'm looking around a camera at my screen here. So, all right, cool. I've got some more questions, so I'm going to keep answering, and we'll get to my list as we have time. So let's see, Alan Kishler. All right, one of our other awesome supporters. He has donated some custom rods. He owns Kishler Custom Rods, makes some very, very quality ice fishing rods, open water rods. If you don't have one, I'd encourage you to go check them out. They're very nice. He's got 5 FAM custom made ice rods finished that we need to get. And Alan, I will be getting in touch with you soon. We do need to hook up on that, and I've got some stuff for you as well. So appreciate that a lot, Alan. All right. Let's see, Patty with another one. I'm a member of WHAM. Would be fun to get my grandson in FAM. Yes, absolutely. WHAM is another supporter of ours. They're a sponsor, and we've partnered with them on some things, and they're a great organization. So I would definitely encourage you getting your grandson out to some of our events. Like I said, he doesn't have to be a member, but it is a great program to be a part of. And if you go to the website, sign up for clinics. We're going to be at the St. Paul Ice Expo here in next weekend. We'll be there Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We're going to be running the Clam Kids Zone. So they'll have some games up there and prizes that you can win. We're going to have a little table with some of our stuff as well, to get you guys familiar with what we do and be a great time to network and talk with you. And Patty, bring your grandson along, and we can kind of show you what we're all about and get you signed up right then and there. So that would be great to see you. So, and then we got another one here. Diane Scott, another sponsor of ours, TAC Roofing. She's been a great support, and has been at a lot of our events. We've seen her at our shows that we go to. She's a a huge supporter of FAM, and we appreciate you very much, Diane. Thanks for tuning in and hanging out with us tonight. So I see somebody here in the waiting room. Jake, if you are ready, I'm going to let you join on in. If you are ready to go, give me a little thumbs up there because I can't hear you. So, all right, I'm going to add you in here. How's it going, Jake?
Oh, it's going.
It's going. Got the kids to bed, and now we
can. 20,000 steps later. Sure.
Good deal. Good deal. So what's on your mind? What do you got to share with us tonight?
Oh, I don't know. I ran into Miranda Gonska at Bentleyville. She saved me a spot, front row.
Perfect.
She takes her Bentleyville a lot more serious than I do. So I'm super impressed, and I can't wait to see what they do with their clinics, because she takes Bentleyville that serious, then the clinics are going to be even better. So
yeah, let the folks know who the Gonskas are and what they're doing for us.
Yeah, so they're starting a new chapter up in Brainerd. They do Pelican Lake guide service. Miranda and Joe runs some guiding in the winter and the summer. So they're going to run a clinic, and which has got still one spot left.
One spot, yep.
Okay, so there's one spot left, and as soon as that spot, and that's far exceeding the rest of our clinics. So shout out to Brainerd. And if we want to do the breaking news right here and right now, I'm sure we'll post about it once we get final details. But it sounds like the Breezy Point Marina is going to be hosting the clinic participants and volunteers, and giving them free pizza and letting them warm up inside their shack there. So
sweet. That's awesome. Those Brainerd folks up there are quite generous.
They know how to do it, man.
Yeah,
they know how to do it.
Yeah, different breed of anglers up there, and we hosted up on Roy Lake last year, and it was very similar. Had a great turnout with kids, amazing anglers, and then they put us up in their kids room there and had a pizza party. So yeah, if you're in the Brainerd area, highly suggest getting involved here with FAM. It's gonna be big up there, I think. So cool. Well, that's good to know. We got Breezy Point. We got the Brainerd Clinic all almost filled up. So if you know somebody in the area, get them signed up or let them know about us. What else we got?
I don't know what you've already done. I've been putting kids to
I've
bed
only covered a few questions and talked about membership. I may have not done it justice. It's kind of your baby there, but kind of mentioned our program, what it costs, and then the benefits, and the little virtual tournament we're going to host there in June. So
yeah,
that's about all I've gotten to.
I mean, the membership, it's just kind of an easy way to support us. It's a $40 annual fee. So it's $40. I don't know what that comes out to if you divide that by 365, but it's not a lot. So per day. But it's a good way to support us. And I know a lot of other organizations do the same thing, and it's a huge way to be able to do more. We got a lot of good ideas that I think that are kind of sitting in the warming house right now, waiting to come out. And as soon as we can get the funding and get that up and running, I think we can do a lot of really cool stuff around the state. So
absolutely. Yeah. And that kind of brings up another thing that has been, I think it's a theme throughout all of these types of organizations, whether it's a nonprofit or like a bass club or a high school team, is getting volunteers and people to come and help us out at these events. We're really only as big and as good as the volunteers that we have that help us out. And last year we were pretty fortunate to have a good turnout, but it does get difficult. Everybody's busy. Everybody has packed schedules all year round, especially if you're a diehard ice fisherman. You definitely want to try to take advantage of your own time. But if you're at all interested in getting involved with FAM, you get that question a lot. The best way is sign up. Go to our website. There's a volunteer sign up sheet on the upcoming clinics tab, and just submit submit an application, let us know your availability, and we'll be in touch with you. We would definitely appreciate as many people that we can get that are interested and have a passion for fishing, ice fishing, open water, whatever it may be. We definitely want to have a nice crop of volunteers to work with. So,
yeah, I think the more I think about the volunteer stuff, it kind of goes back to the sponsorships, and it's, the more sponsors that we can get, the less everybody kind of has to give, right, in order for us to be able to do all the cool things. So the more sponsors we get, the less everybody gives, and I think that's the model that we kind of have to take with the volunteers too. The more volunteers we can get, the less everybody has to do. Like if everybody just does one clinic, and at the end of the day, what do we have, 4 clinics this winter? We only need 40 people total. And that's kind of the way where I think that it's going to help get us. And you know what? Some people, like the Kyle Ricks, the Evan Fenigers, all the board members, those guys absolutely love it. They feed off of it, and they get satisfaction out of it. You're going to have people like that, and thank God for people like that, because it helps us a ton. So, but there's going to be somebody that's like, I just want to do it once, and that's fulfilling. That fills my cup. So that'll work too. We're going to need all of it and any of it. So the more people we can get, the less everybody kind of has to do collectively. So.
Yeah. And if we can spread that across, we kind of have a condensed group right now with the Metro, because that's where we're based. But if we can kind of spread that across the state, it really opens us up to expanding out our reach. It actually kind of brings up one of Adam's questions here. Any plans for the South Metro? Well, actually, one of our events this year in January, is it the 29th, 28th? I always forget the dates.
28th.
28th, yeah. So January 28th, we're going to be in the Faribault area. That one's we got an announcement on that one, but so we'll talk about the lake that we're going to be on and what's actually going on there. But to answer your question, Adam, yes, we'll be in the South Metro this year. We tend to be down in that area too, just because it correlates with the Minnesota Made schedule so much. So we try to keep that spread out too.
Ideally, somebody steps up, similar to Miranda and Joe in the Brainerd area. Somebody steps up. It's got a group of 2 or 3 people that really are passionate about it, and they want to start something down there, whether it be like the Lakeville or Faribault area. I mean, those kind of spots down there have a lot of good lakes and a lot of good fishermen. So it'd be awesome if somebody wanted to do it. Same thing with like the Otter Tail area, Bemidji. Those are kind of areas that we're targeting towards. Like if you know somebody in the area that wants to do it, we have the infrastructure set up as far as signups go, insurance goes. It's really easy, and then we'll be there to support you, and then it's just a matter of separate fundraising, and it's going to happen. We just need the right people.
Yeah, it was a topic at one of our board meetings recently, and all of a sudden it just kind of popped up here with this Brainerd option. But it's turning out pretty good. It's working out for us, and like you said, we have the infrastructure. We've been busting our butts on this website to make things a little bit more streamlined and save some time for us on the back end, and it's working out. So I think it'll be pretty seamless if you have some dedicated and passionate people that want to get involved like that. Cool. So let's see. Let's go through some questions here. Ashley, so awesome for the continued growth. Yes, we definitely agree. We'd love to see out at an event, Ashley. Get signed up and volunteer. Come see us. Let's see. Diane, I have one more coming to Brainerd, number 20. Well, perfect.
Get them signed up.
Get them signed up, or if somebody, and now it's a race at this point. Diane's called it, but
Yep.
So perfect. Appreciate it, Diane. And let's see. Patty, I think I'm going to sign Justin up for Pine City. Perfect. Yeah, that one's wide open. We've got, what do we have? 5? for
5 or 6, yeah,
Pokegama, 5 or
something.
6 there. So, and maybe we run through that right now. I think I haven't looked today, but I think the last I checked, it was 5 or 6 for Pokegama. I think we're up to about 3 or 4 for Clearwater out in Annandale. And then Brainerd's obviously full. And then that, not full, one away. And then that Faribault event, that one's going to fill up really fast. So stay tuned to our social media, the website and everything. You're going to want to get signed up for that one quickly.
Clearwater is 5.
5, okay.
And it looks like we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 for, what is that, Pokegama?
Pokegama, yep. Perfect. So we're making progress. But if you got anybody in the area or just want to make a day trip up there, I mean, it's 2 hours, right? You know, you're going to spend 2 hours on the ice with us, learn some stuff, get some gear and go home with a bucket full. And then we're going to have hot dogs, pop, chips. And who is it that's going to be at each of these events? They won't be at Brainerd, I know, but who do we have coming out there to chat with us a little bit?
Oh, we have, let me switch screens here so I can do both. They're an organization called Get the Lead Out. So they are protecting our loons. And if anybody knows me, the name of my boat is called the Loon Magnet. So they're going to be coming out. They're going to have some swag. They're going to be out. The Brainerd event didn't work for their schedule, but the other 3 did. So they'll be out there. They're just going to talk about using the importance of using lead free. So we're big proponents on tungsten. We're partner, Kenders is a huge sponsor of ours. And the majority of their stuff is tungsten. So they're going to talk for 10, 15 minutes to the kids and parents to kind of help connect the lead-free tackle. They're going to have swag buckets and stuff for the kids and just talk about the impacts of lead on our Minnesota lakes and kind of what happens to the loons. And it'll be a good learning experience, a nice little added feature to our clinics, which is cool.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that's the key is we're trying to teach fishing, life, conservation, all of it. And we're getting pretty close. We're becoming very well-rounded, wouldn't you say?
Yeah. I mean, outside of probably the number one comment from the parents, what they want to be taught is patience. We're just a bunch of fishermen. We're not, we're not Jesus. We're not Moses. We're not any of the disciples, or we're not miracle workers. We're not David Copperfield.
Yeah.
Teaching a kid patience is, it's impossible. So we'll help them find their way towards it.
Yeah. I mean, as an angler, I mean, that's just, you have to learn patience, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm impatient. If I'm not catching fish, I'm moving on. I think that's part of it. But there's a lot of times when you just need to sit and be patient.
Yeah.
Especially, walleye fishing.
For sure.
If you don't like trolling, maybe try a different species. So
yeah. And half of it is the patience, is the anticipation, right? And the excitement of, you never know when that next big bite's going to come. So it's just kind of, teaching them to be patient and be ready for that. And it's no different than, kind of whatever life throws at you. You just kind of have to be patient and go with the flow. And when your opportunity comes, you better be prepared and know what you're doing. So.
Yeah. I mean, I always like to think about it as that every bite is going to be my PB.
Right.
It's going to be, it's going to be that 30-inch walleye, that 15-inch crappie. So it adds a little bit of anticipation and excitement to your day and, helps you be patient. Actually, Ashley makes a good point. It makes it more important to find a good bite for the kids. I agree. It's much better when the clinics are on a spot where we're going to catch a lot of fish. But we all know it's fishing, not catching.
Yeah.
So
I would say
can't
though,
guarantee it.
we do our best. I mean, we got 2 or 3 live scopes out there. We got 5 or 6 people. We're out there finding where the fish are. Some days, they're moving pretty fast, and it's going to be a 2 15-minute windows where we're going to catch fish because they're moving in a big circle or something. But we're out there. We try to find some isolated fish that are kind of stationary, and then hope that they bite and hope that they're not hurt.
I mean, we at the clinics, I mean, we've got hub shelters with heaters in them and everything to stay warm, and that's kind of where things start. But I mean, I think at every event that I can think of, we had kids running around, hole hopping, chasing after fish, and I think that's part of it too. So
yeah, I think Knife Lake was the only one where the shacks got used for the majority of the day. I think the other two, Roy and Pryor, that I think they got used for about 5 minutes.
Yep. It was a lot of work to set them up just to have them look pretty out there.
Yeah. We might have to rethink how many shelters we put up on nice days.
Well, we've talked about strategies behind that, and but again, it comes down to volunteers in that sense, and getting enough people out there to help us with that. Thankfully, we have Minnesota Made, and where this all kind of started, and our tournament anglers are out there helping us while they are trying to find their spot so they can dial in the biggest fish. We do get good tips on, hey, there's a nice pot of fish that's been there for 3 days. Check it, and you're probably going to be on a pod, and it's worked out nice. So if we can continue that. Shout out Ashley, thank you. We are trying. We're going to keep going. Let's see. I've covered membership. We've covered the clinics for the most part. Talked about volunteers. I guess another one we could talk about, and if you got to go, Jake, just let me know.
No, I'm good. Kids are in bed. Are in bed. I'm golden.
Mine too. I have the. Maybe that we should talk about that real quick. I got the monitor here. Oh. We're sleeping still. Our board is made up of, like Jake said, just a bunch of anglers. We all came from the Minnesota Made Fishing League, and we just wanted to do something. Of the 6 of us, and correct me if I'm wrong on this number, I think you sent it in an email recently, but there's 6 board members, and between the 6 of us, we have 13 kids. Is that right?
Yep.
Something like that.
And I think me and you got what, 1, 2, 3, and 4 covered years old.
Yep.
Yeah. So we're still in the tough stage.
Yeah. Yep. It's getting easier. I mean, we're learning.
Yeah.
I'm talking at this hour of the night, and they're sleeping, and then I gotta go. One's awake. So
for sure.
But that's just, the point is, everybody's time is very precious, especially when you have kids, and it just speaks to volunteers. The more people we have available and interested in supporting us and helping us out, it just makes everybody's life easier. Like you said, come out for one, come out for all of them. It doesn't matter. If you're interested, we'll have you.
If you can pass the background check.
Oh yeah, good point. Yeah. We do background check everyone. Haven't had anything weird happen yet, so that's good.
Yep.
Let's see. I'm going to touch on the Youth Angler Quest a little bit here. Let me pop open. I'm going to share my screen again here. Bring you to the website. So we created this program that we're calling the Youth Angler Quest. And that can be found here right on our website. Again, it's a free for kids to participate in. And you can find it right on the website. You go to Youth Angler Quest under events, and you can do this from your phone as well. But what it is a series of 7 challenges. and usually it loads, but probably because I'm streaming, it's not loading very well. Give it a couple seconds here. Trust me, it works. Well, at the top of the page is the submission form where you can actually submit a fish. You put the species information, some information about the lake that you caught it on, how you caught it. Here we go. Your contact information and stuff like that, so that we got all the information about catch. The challenge that you're after here. Put the species, the size. We say lake name because why not? We're all fishermen. We want to know where the fish are being caught. But it's also cool to see, as far as the cities and counties that those fish are being caught at as well. The date, little story, and then some photos. You provide a photo with the angler with the fish and a photo on the bump board if there is a size requirement. It's a program intended to get kids out fishing and explore new waters, learn something new, try catching fish that they're not used to or not familiar with, or just really want to. It's a bucket list fish for them. And all you got to be under 18. So we're not restricting it to 7 to 17 like we do with our clinics. If you're under the age of 18, you can participate. Here's the general rules, kind of like I covered already. Photos included with every submission. You got to use our form. You can't send us an email. It doesn't count. And then if you complete a challenge, so our 7 challenges are the panfish legend. You catch 3 total panfish, a crappie over 12, a sunfish over 9, and a yellow perch over 8 3/4. And you get the panfish legend coin. And actually, where did I put those? Here we go. Coins. Let's see if I can. There we go. Block some of that off. They'll get little coins like that for each of the challenges. And when they complete all 7 challenges, they get a nice plaque. I don't have a picture of it right now, but a nice plaque. Wow, the website's acting up, I guess say. Get a nice plaque. You can display all 7 coins, and it has their name custom engraved on the bottom of it. So they've got some hardware to put on the wall. I mean, who doesn't want some hardware as an angler? It's really cool to be recognized for your catches and the things you've done with fishing. So there's, again, 7 challenges. Panfish legend, bronze bass for smallmouth over 15 inches, the ditch pickle for 2 largemouth over 15, a gravel lizard for 2 walleyes over 15, the river rat for any 3 separate species of rough fish caught in Minnesota rivers. So catfish, sucker, carp, buffalo, gar, sturgeon, drum, etc. Trophy trout, that's catch 2 separate species of trout found in Minnesota. Doesn't have to be any size requirements there. It's just catch any 2 separate species: brook trout, lake trout, rainbow trout, steelhead, brown trout, splake, or tiger trout. I'm probably missing one on that list, but you get the point. And then our last one, and this one's just kind of to support the Minnesota Fishing Hall of Fame. They do the Minnesota Master Angler Program. And what that is there's a list of 49 to 50 fish. Each of them has a different size requirement, and there's a adult size requirement, and there's a youth size requirement. And in order to get the Minnesota Master Angler coin from future anglers in Minnesota, you have to catch 2 Minnesota Master Anglers. Jeez. Jumpy today. You got to catch 2 Master Anglers. Send us the same submission as you would that you do for the Master Angler program. If you want to include your Master Angler certificate, that's cool too. We've had that come in on a couple of them. And once you get 2 of them, we'll send you the coin. We've had one kid. Callan is the only one to submit 2 Master Anglers so far. This is just another opportunity for kids to just try something new, get out fishing. You can do it in any lake in Minnesota or river. You could do it in a private pond for all I care. It just needs to be in Minnesota, and we'll get you started on the program. I'll try to show you here the scoreboards. So we have the submission boards listed here on the website too. So once your fish is submit, we'll go in and approve it, and then your name's going to pop up on these leaderboards. So you can see these kids we have Callan, Chloe, and Reed have all accomplished the gravel lizard. Will has got one left here. We've got the panfish legend, a couple there. We got bronzeback, the ditch pickle, master angler, river rat, trophy trout. So kind of a fun way for kids to go in and see where they stand and how much progress they've made in these challenges. And just, again, another way for them to get out there and get some fishing in. And Callan is actually 2 fish away from completing all 7. And we've already talked about another little trail that we're going to start for these kids after they've completed the Youth Angler Quest. So keep your eyes out for that. It's going to be hard, I think, but it's intended to be hard. We don't want kids just knocking this out left and right. We want to challenge them. So yeah, if you got kids that are out spending a lot of time fishing and just want to, be rewarded for a job well done, submit some fish to the Youth Angler Quest on our website. We'd love to see it. So that's the Youth Angler Quest. I'll stop sharing here. Yeah, that's what I got. I think we covered all of our new stuff. Anything else we need to let the folks know about?
Nope. I'm just responding to a message right now from Scott Goodman saying that as soon as he's healed up, he wants to volunteer. So,
oh, perfect. He was out at
be awesome.
He was at a couple clinics last year, right? Or this summer.
He was for sure at the Medicine Lake one. I was there, so I think he was at another one too. But
yeah, I think.
Oh yeah, and the Coon Lake one.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that's right. Let's see if we got some questions. Oh, we got Diane chiming in here. Very fun challenge for the kids. It broadens their horizon. Yes. Diane is actually Callan Wagner's grandma, and she, like I said, she's been very involved in helping Callan get out and spend some time on the water, and we appreciate that.
It wasn't much of a challenge for Callan. He's kind of breezing right through it like it was easy. So
he's the reason
we'll give him the next one.
Yeah, he's the reason we're making the next one hard.
Yeah.
Or harder, I should say.
Yeah.
I don't think this is very easy, personally. I mean,
no, I mean, I don't have a lot of fish in my lifetime that I've never caught a trout.
Yeah, I have one. I don't know. The crop or the panfish one, that's pretty hard. I mean, 12-inch crappie, but a 9-inch gill, that's not super common.
Yeah.
And the river rat, those river guys, they'll dial that one in, but I bet they'd struggle on the rest of the challenges. When you're a sturgeon guy, you're a sturgeon guy.
Yeah.
Because you have the urge to sturge.
Yeah. Maybe I should try to go do this.
You could try. I'm not going to send you any coins, but
that's fine. I'll say Walker caught him.
There you go. All right. Fair enough. Fair enough. No cheating. No cheating. We don't condone cheating.
Oh, give it 2 more years. He'll be doing this.
Yeah. Yep. I mean, hopefully all of our kids are participating in these events, and in the future. We got a few years left, so it'll be dialed in by then.
Yeah.
Let's see. Got Patty's chiming in. I don't even have a master angler yet. I've only got one. Do you have any?
What are the master anglers? I'd have to look and see. In the youth category?
No, just have you ever you've never submit one?
Yeah, I got I saw they moved the gill to 11 inches, and I kind of just shook my head like I've never even seen one. Like,
no.
Yeah, I've got a lot of bluegills over 10 inches, which used to be the thing. I didn't even know this existed, to be honest. And I got bunch of gills over 10, and then I got a walleye over 30. So
Yeah, I didn't know it existed until Doug Glimmerveen would
kind of shine the light on it.
Yeah, he was talking about it on SmackDown all the time. And
I probably have a bass over 21 inches from my cabin. I think I got one off the dock that was 22.
Is it only 21 for a largemouth?
Mm-hmm.
No. Well, I caught it by myself, and you have to have a witness.
Oh, it's kind of like a hole in one. Like,
yeah, I mean, I have it on video technically, but I don't know that counts. Maybe, I don't know.
I feel like
I caught a 3.5 pounder. Well, it was almost 4 pounds actually. Muskie fishing.
See, I don't understand this because it said harvested. So if it's harvested, it goes by weight.
Oh, I didn't know that. They must have made some changes to that. I'll have to go in there and look at it.
So catch and release on a largemouth bass is 21 inches, and if you harvest it, which, I mean, the only person I know that eats bass is Dale, but 5 pounds 7 ounces, which is a pretty big bass.
That's hefty.
Yeah.
I was stoked about a 3 3/4 pounder, and there's a lot of people that'll just say, little one, sploosh. I can't do that.
Yeah,
I don't bass fish that much. So.
You get excited over a lot of stuff, though. You're like a kid.
Yeah,
yeah.
It's fishing, man.
Yeah,
I'm just excited to be out.
Yeah.
Diane saying, Callan wanted to enter his trout from the trout pond at Blaine.
I don't see why he couldn't have. I thought that was I think I even told him, why don't you go catch a trout and enter it?
Yeah, that's too easy. We can't do it that way.
No.
Technically not a lake, it's a pond, but I guess that still qualifies. But it's a pool.
Yeah. It's a kiddie pool.
Diane says she challenges you.
To what?
I don't know. I think it must be getting a master angler, maybe. Oh no. Oh no. I wish Dale was here. Because
eat a bass?
Yeah, Patty. I don't disagree with you. I've eaten my fair share up in the
I've had one bass, but it came from in the winter time.
Yeah.
It was caught in the winter through the ice. So they just get too mushy, man, for me.
Yeah. They're tasty though. I mean, fish is fish. It all tastes good. I like how, remember at the Blaine show, they asked, what's your favorite fish to eat? And it was like on cue. We said perch at the exact same time.
Yeah, there was like 4 of us. Perch is the best.
It is. It's so good.
That I've had, at least.
Oh. All right. Got some chatting in the... Oh, Patty also has a 34-inch pike mounted. It's a pretty good one. I think my base is 32.
Oh, yeah. I got a pike on there, too.
Yeah, yours was 44.
44. I got to get that mounted still, but I want to wait until I get my one more crappie and then get it over to Eric Frank at Angler's Touch and have him do it. And he does great work. So I'm excited, not for the bill, but for the art.
Yeah, exactly. He does good work. Sorry, I was reading a text there. Yeah, I've seen a lot of those panfish that we were looking at the other day. Just incredible.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of another, like, just now that we're kind of talking about like big fish and catching your PBs or whatever, but it'd be awesome to have a program where we set up where we will pay for a mount. If you get a master angler, or maybe we'll set the parameters, with a 30-inch walleye, 15-inch crappie, 10-inch gill type like that. But
this might have to be the new challenge.
Yeah. I mean, this all comes with more funds, but we'll get there.
We'll get there. Eric Frank, if you're listening, let's talk. Diane says the challenge. She challenges you to the challenge. Good luck.
Oh, I just don't get out and fish enough.
I know.
Like I'd have to do it in like the 3 or 4 times that I get out fishing. Give me 5 years when Walker's 7 and we're never home.
Yeah, just always
Then-
fishing.
Yeah, then I'm in.
Yeah. Nope. I'm with you.
Yeah.
All right. Do we have any other questions? Just let's talk fishing. Let's talk fishing here in the chat. If anyone's got questions for Jake or I, or just general future anglers in Minnesota questions. Trying to think if there's anything else we need to cover with updates that have been going on. What about events?
Got a golf tournament or
Yeah.
no, it's not a tournament.
Nope.
It's not a tournament. It is a golf fundraiser and banquet.
Mm-hmm.
Date's been set for September 23rd. I would say that we made a lot of improvements from year 1 to year 2. Number 1 being the food. So we have a great dinner. What do we have? I don't even remember everything that was there. It was like
Italian
red sauce
buffet.
lasagna,
Yeah.
chicken Alfredo, 2 different kinds of salads, breadsticks.
There was so much food that I couldn't fit it all on my plate, and then I was so full that I couldn't go back up and get more. even though I wanted to.
Yeah, we're gonna have to request some sturdier plates too, because there's too much food even for like the good. They're pretty good plates, but yeah.
You need those oval shaped ones.
Yeah, so that's going to be our main fundraiser for the year. That's going to kind of be able to get us through to next year. Every year, sponsorship opportunities are going to be coming out shortly, probably shortly after Thanksgiving here. Once we get through the holidays, and sponsorships will be just mainly at the golf tournament. Mm-hmm. We're going to have dinners available for people that don't golf, that they want to come, because outside of the golf fundraiser, there is a banquet afterwards to award the future legends, whoever is chosen this year. Mm-hmm. And we will be able to do that again. And, maybe there's some more crybabies in the room, because this year there was a good amount of tears being shed when Kelsey and Callan were speaking. So it was.
We got one of them in the chat right now.
Look at that.
Kyle's excited to get the season started. Yes, it is going to be a great year. Dry your eyes.
Yeah, Callan. That was probably one of the coolest moments of the deal when Kelsey's up there talking and you had kind of pointed, and we're talking, I don't know, I mean, basing it off a golf shot, that was probably a good 40, 50 yards.
Yeah,
for her to be able to see in the back of the room. You said, "You see who that is in the back of the room?" And she kind of like, just Kyle, like, and it was like,
yeah, it's like a choked up Kyle.
Basically, met him one time up on Roy Lake, and they connected. So that's the big deal about our organization, is each volunteer is only getting 2 kids. So you got 2-3 hours to really make an impact on these kids, have fun, and shine some light on them. And Kyle did that, and Kyle's awesome at it.
Yep.
So
he's going to be at every event again this year.
That was cool.
Yeah, definitely. And we've had multiple kids like that. I'm blanking on her name now. It was the girl that was with
Christina on Knife.
Yep. Yeah. She was just loving. She was at 3 of our. Well, yeah, I think she came to. No, for sure 2 of them. She didn't come up to Roy Lake.
She was at Pryor.
Yep. Pryor and Knife, I thought too.
Yep.
And she just loved it. Had a blast with Christina, and I mean, she was having a good time and wants to come back. Hopefully,
now that I think about it, a lot of the girls are kind of smart Alex.
A little bit.
She had some sass, and Kelsey did too. Like they'll give it as much as they take it, and it was awesome to see. Like
yeah. I mean, getting out fishing. I mean, you're ribbing your buddies and giving each other crap all the time, and it's good to see the ladies don't shy away from that.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I mean, in all reality, I've thought about this a lot. You got the big bullying problem right now in the schools and stuff, and it's like, if kids learn the difference between having a good time and being made fun of and knowing what lines you can cross and whatnot. That's kind of what you're setting up too within these, like, well, we don't say that, we don't do that, but you can make fun of somebody for missing a fish or whatever. Yeah. Making fun of them a little bit. It's not a big deal. And it's not being bullied. It's just,
it's
like,
you can call it constructive criticism in a way, but it's part of the enjoyment of being out fishing with your buddies. It's a competition. I caught the biggest one. Come on, I bet you can't catch this bigger one than me, or I'm going to catch more than you, or whatever it may be. And having fun with it. And you come out of your shell a little bit, which we've seen with these kids. And actually that brings me back to, you had mentioned the Future Legends. And I don't think, we've talked about it in other, platforms, but it's probably a good thing to mention today is what our Future Legends program is and what it's, what our intent there is. You want to,
it's not a secret, right? Like we want people to sign up. And anybody and everybody that wants to sign up, go ahead and sign up for it. Unfortunately, we're only picking 1 or 2 kids. So, you're the 1%, the 10%, whatever it is, depending on how many kids we have. And at the end of the day, it's similar to Minnesota Made. We run the Ice Fishing League, and we do a Kinder Sportsman of the Year. And actually that was kind of how our board was selected, was anybody that got that. And we don't really have a strict, boxed in definition for who is going to get selected. But if I had to do something quick and say something, I would just say that they're high character kids with a high passion for fishing. So, that's it. But for sure, character first and foremost. We ask for your report card. It doesn't matter. You're getting D's or F's. That's fine. If you have high character, that's totally fine. We're going to work with them and mentor them. And, in a year or two, hopefully those are C's. And then we're moving them up to B's. And with Blake, our first Future Legend, and kind of how this whole thing got started, the public speaking was a huge issue. Couldn't even speak.
Wouldn't say issue, more of a challenge. Is something that he was not comfortable with.
Yep. And now he's grabbing the microphone at some of these seminars for that Clam runs at these clinics for the youth. So he's come a long way. It's not perfect yet, but it's he's only 15. So he was super excited when we were at Blaine, and he came up right after unfortunately we missed it, but he came up and was talking about the panel that he did and how it was easy. I was so much more comfortable, and I actually had fun with it. And I'm like, that's perfect, Blake. Keep doing it. The more you do it, the more you talk. Like, I really don't like public speaking that much. I get clammy and nervous, and I like doing this stuff, but it's the same thing. I'm talking to people who I can't see their face. It's a little easier in that sense, but you still have to be able to articulate and get your point across very clear and concise. And we're all always working on it. So it's cool to be able to impress that on these kids. And you mentioned Blake, and then you go to Callan, and he's kind of the polar opposite in that sense when it comes to the outgoing, and he'll go up and talk to you and talk your ear off if you're not careful. He'll just chat you up about fishing for hours if you let him. And that's great too. So each of the kids, and then you talk about Kelsey, she's more on Blake's side, where she's not as comfortable with it. It's not that she doesn't want to, she just hasn't done it enough. And she's kind of in between. She's like, if you throw a mic in her face, she'll nail it.
Right.
But she doesn't want to be up there. She's going to hide behind somebody so she doesn't have to deal with that. And but when she does it, she's very eloquent, very fluent, she's not like me where I sound like I got mashed potatoes in my mouth and mumble through it.
Or me, where my brain just goes, what?
Yeah.
Were you just talking?
Yeah. Yeah. So, when we select these kids, whether it's one or two, what do they get? They get a lifetime fishing license. They get a clam ice suit. I think the kids got. They got a pair of Relevant sunglasses. I know, like Callan got an old boat that Tony had and an old motor that I had, and I actually just talked to the guy that's working on that today, and he said, "Oh, just wait till you see this when I get done with it." And he's all excited about fixing it up.
Is he souping it up for him and making it go fast? Because that
I don't
know.
Be
able to handle much.
I don't know. He's just good. I think he's going to paint it and
nice.
and coat it, and I don't know. We'll see. Sweet. I just know that he's really good with small engines. But Kelsey got a kayak and a graph, and then we took and then they're both getting guided trips. Callan just booked his with Griff. Kelsey actually just sent a text today about getting hooked up with Sobe, and then on top of that, I mean, like I just said, we're on a text chain with all 6 board members, all 3 of the kids that are future legends. And I mean, we're getting texts from them about the deers that they shot and, asking advice on what gloves to buy. And it's awesome. It's absolutely awesome. We're able to kind of praise them when they're doing something good, kind of give them guidance or advice when they need it. And the next step is kind of just building those relationships with them, figuring out who they're kind of, clinging on to, whether it's 1 or 2 of our board members or volunteers or whatever it might be, and having that person check in on them and just making sure that they're doing the right things and helping them. And I mean, the biggest thing that I ever had when I was 20 years old was I played hockey with guys that were 10 years older than me. So I didn't have to make a lot of mistakes. I learned all the mistakes that they made. Now, hopefully we can do that and say, no, you don't want to do that. 3 of us have tried that. Didn't work.
Right.
Go this way. So hopefully it helps them be more successful in life, whatever route they choose. So,
yeah, I mean, it's not like you said, it's a character first and passion for angling. That's another piece of it, but we're not necessarily trying to make the next Seth Feider. If you want to be, awesome. We're here for you. We're here to do it. But if you're passionate and you're here and selfless and volunteering your time and wanting to stay involved, that's great too. And just bettering yourself as a person, that checks all the boxes for us as well. And we don't want the kid that wants to come and just get some free things. That's kind of the key there is you're not here for a handout. And it's earned, right? I mean, we do have an application process like you meant, and like you said, and we meet as a board and we discuss every detail about that application. We try to even get those kids to our events, because having a personal connection with them makes it that much easier too, when we come to that selection process.
That's it right there. I mean, you submit an application, right? And we see that come across our email and it sits in that folder. And then the day comes to talk through it and figure out which kid we're going to select. You start as just a name on a piece of paper. That's it.
And
that's all you are to us.
Yep.
And all the stuff that you write in there. And I mean, you could be a straight A student with a laundry list of volunteer things and the greatest application and references and things like that. If you didn't come to a clinic, you didn't volunteer at anything, and we don't know you haven't got in front of us to be able to assess who you are as a person, then you're pretty much have zero chance to make that happen.
Yeah, and that's not to play like favoritism or anything, but I think that's just in general in life. If you want something, you need to go get it and make yourself heard and seen, or it's not going to just be handed to you because you have a flashy resume or really, a great GPA. That stuff's awesome. Don't get me wrong, but there's a personal connection and you need to make an appearance,
Yeah, I mean, it correlates no different than when we're asking for sponsorships or for prizes, right? This year for the golf tournament, I went on to 48 different places online that you can submit a donation request.
Mhm.
I think out of those 48, I got 3 back. Why? Well, I don't have a connection with any of them.
Mhm.
I emailed, texted, called. It was almost 100% yes.
Mhm.
So there was a connection there already. I already had a contact, a name, a number, or whatever it was. And that's something that, when we go back to teaching life through fishing, that's it. How are you going to get ahead in life? It's making connections.
Mhm.
It's being a good person and people wanting to do something good for you. You can say, yeah, we're with Future Anglers in Minnesota. We're a nonprofit. Okay, who are you? I don't know.
What do you do?
Yeah, like big deal. Even you can even say we take kids fishing for free. We do all this stuff. We do all this great stuff. If you don't have a personal connection with that decision maker, 90% of the time it's a no.
Right. Yeah, they need a reason to support you.
Yeah.
And that's the main thing. I mean, and we have a lot of development to do with that program too. I mean, fortunately, unfortunately for the kids that have already received it, it may get better. But those kids that are already a part of this are getting the best benefit, and that's being a part of the family. And I think you put it the best when we were talking to Callan and Kelsey at the end of the banquet. Hey, you guys don't have any older brothers, do you? And they both said no. And well, isn't it pretty cool to think that now you have 6 of them? Because that's what we're there for. We're a family, and we're here to support as long as you'll have us. If you want to exit and be done with us, no harm done. It was great to have you, but we hope you stay here.
I feel like I should have said fun uncles instead of brothers.
Yeah,
we're more like fun uncles.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah, that's a good
a funkle.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I like that. Speaking of funkles, we got Mark Bussin in the chat.
Welcome.
What's up?
Never heard of him. Just kidding. He's a board member.
That's Bubba. Blake's dad.
Yep.
He is he's grinding it out with us and putting a lot of this together. Bubba was the key behind the guided trip this last summer out on West Rush Lake. That was a pretty epic day on the water. I know you weren't there, but I got to guide. I guess we'll call it guide. I'm not really much of a guide, but I got to fish with a kid in my boat, and we had a blast. We caught lots of fish, and he had lots of missed hook sets.
That was probably our number one clinic that was ran through winter and summer, just as far as the overwhelming feedback that we got back saying that was awesome.
Yeah. That was specifically an event that people want again. And that's something that we need is the feedback.
Yeah.
What have we done that's awesome? What have we done that you didn't really like? You didn't really care for? I think one of them that we've kind of checked off our list is the casting clinics. I mean, those are valuable in a sense, but it's almost like pair it with something else. It's not just sit there and cast and then go try it on the dock. It's part of a whole nother.
I need one of those horns right now. Like, you know what I'm talking about?
No.
Like breaking news.
Oh.
Yeah,
what do we got?
Yeah. Like, well, we're trying to add it to something. Like it's it's not going to be announced or anything. There's no leaks or anything.
Unintentional transition there. Sorry.
Yeah, we're not trying to we're trying to do something. Whether we're successful at it this year or not is still up in the air, but it's penciled in for August 12th, and it's going to be a really cool event if we can make it happen.
Yes.
And that's what we know so far. There we go. I wanted one of those those horns. Like, I don't know, you got that app on your phone that you've done it.
Oh, the ham horn.
Yeah.
Give him one of these. Oh, I don't think you can hear it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. No, yeah, like you said, we got a pretty cool event in mind, and it's very much still in the works. But August 12th, put that on your calendar. Consider this your save the date, like a wedding. Just mark August 12th down, keep it open. You're gonna really want to. Speaking of other board members, I think I know who this might be.
That's definitely Paul. Definitely Paul.
You are bad at Facebook, my friend.
He doesn't know whether he's commenting from Minnesota Made, Future Anglers of Minnesota, or his own account.
Yeah. Yeah. Hi, Paul. Welcome to the chat.
Oh, God bless you, Paul.
Yep.
You try. You try, man.
Hey, we're all just trying here. It's this is a labor of love, this whole fam thing, and it's been very rewarding, frustrating at times, but very rewarding. I've loved every minute of it. But all right, let's see what else we got. I think we've covered a lot. We've been going for over an hour. I think it's about time we call it. And hey, here's another announcement. Yeah, here, we'll do it again. Oh, wait. Sorry. If you can't tell, we're amateurs around just all across the board here, folks. So, but more breaking news. It's less breaking news. It's more of an announcement. It is the Thanksgiving weekend, and we, meaning fam and our board, we are going to enjoy it with our families. If you do decide to sign up for a clinic, sign up for a membership, something, send us an email, have a question, please still do that if you feel compelled. But we will be not available until after the holiday weekend. We're going to take some time, enjoy it, take a break. We've been grinding pretty hard, and we all need a nice little breather. So I wish we got to spend it on the water, but I think we lost a lot of our ice. So
yep, 4-day vacation. It'll be nice.
It will. Spend it with the kids, enjoy it.
Yeah.
So, with that, let's see. I'll check the comments one more time, and we'll let her go. Oh, Diane commented, giving us kudos. We appreciate that, Diane. We appreciate you as well. And Bubba really enjoyed the guide trip. You're in charge again, Bubba, so be there.
Yep.
And we're getting some happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving, Patty. Thank you, and happy Thanksgiving, Bubba. Happy Thanksgiving to everyone that tuned in. We appreciate it very much. We're going to try to do this a little bit more frequently. It kind of goes back to what we were talking about. You guys need to know who we are in order to really engage and get involved with us. So we're going to try to put more content out there for you, specifically on the video side, do some more of these fam casts, talk about fishing in general, have some cool guests over, and talk about new techniques and things like that. So stay tuned with us. Follow along on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Go to our website, sign up as a member, get signed up for clinics, all of it. And if you have any questions, contact us at futureanglersmn@gmail.com, or go to our website and fill out the contact form. We will get back to you as quickly as we can. So that's all I've got. You got anything else, Jake?
Get them hooked.
Get them hooked.
Good.
All right.
Hook 'em horns.
All right. Thanks, everyone. We'll see you later.